Why can't I remember things? I ask myself that often. Memory is an intricate process that works differently for everyone. So if you're a person experiencing memory problems, it's nothing to be ashamed of. Scientists haven't found a definitive answer yet to why this happens. Whether someone has memory lapses and has difficulty with remembering yesterday or the events of their childhood, they're not alone. Normal aging may cause fuzzy memories, but dementia is not a normal part of aging. Research shows many people have difficulty storing and recalling information accurately over long periods of time. Despite these challenges, though, we are gradually learning more about our brain's inner workings in order to understand memory disorders and how we can improve them moving forward. So, what's normal? Forgetting things can be a normal, natural part of life. For instance, if you just met someone while walking your dog and learned their name and the dog's name, you're more likely to forget it soon after because those new memories haven't taken time yet to root in your mind. Of course, I'm notorious for remembering the dog's name and forgetting the owner's name. It happens all the time. I guess I take the dog and their face and their name takes root in my brain quickly. Oh my. Anyway, you may find yourself forgetting where you left something or are challenged to remember appointments that was on your agenda. This usually happens when we simply aren't paying attention properly due to being distracted by other thoughts, such as, what am I making for dinner tonight? It's not uncommon either to experience memory loss during times when our body is tired from working hard or stressed out over upcoming events. So don't worry too much. Let's talk about the hazards of multitasking. Oh, multitasking is a mental health hazard as well as a medical hazard. Multitasking may not be all it's cracked up to be. New research indicates that multitaskers are more prone to making mistakes, misinterpreting information and cues, and having weaker working memory retention, which could inhibit creativity and problem-solving skills, as well as a host of other potential negative consequences. Struggling to juggle multiple tasks and feeling like you're not doing any of them, try what they call set shifting. It's an intentional, full focus attention on a single task. This brain fitness exercises helps you be more creative while making fewer mistakes or overlooking important details. And it's the smart way to get stuff done. Are you looking to boost your memory? Lifestyles can have a significant impact on how well we remember. Harvard research found that individuals who consume less saturated fat, which is common in meat and dairy products, had better results with memory testing than those eating less of those fats. One way to make healthier food choices for the sake of improved ability to think and memory recall is by following the Mediterranean diet, which is filled with omega-3 fatty fish like salmon and heart-healthy olive oil as an alternative cooking ingredient, alongside with plenty of vegetables and fruit, will nourish both your body and your memory and other thinking skills. Hey, if you're not a fish eater, make sure taking dietary supplements to get the proper nutrients your brain needs. High blood pressure, cholesterol, and sugar levels all negatively affect the brain's ability to recall information and can cause a serious memory problem. Eliminating fatty foods from your diet is an important step in improving cognitive functioning. Additionally, smoking or drinking more than 2 drinks per day for men and 1 drink a day for women could be hazardous for remembering things properly too. Exercise also plays a major part in promoting increased blood flow around our brain and to our brain cells. So get out there and start working on improving that memory today. Moderate levels of aerobic exercise are recommended. And hey, not everyone has the physical ability to get the recommended 30 minutes a day of exercise at one time. But don't worry, studies have proven that exercising in 3 10-minute increments has the same benefit as doing it all at once. Normal aging and memory. Let's talk about that. Your memory can become less reliable due to natural changes in brain cells and the chemicals that support them. By the time you reach middle age or beyond, it's normal for memories to fade or not to be as clear as they were when you were younger. Don't worry if yours isn't quite like it used to be. This means that as you pass through your 20s, 30s, and beyond, not only may you find it harder to remember, but even when paying attention, they're more quickly forgotten. If you are having difficulty concentrating, don't worry. Many are in the same boat. To help combat these normal aging changes and improve memory, you have to do this by actively focusing on what is happening around us. Try practicing mindfulness and live in the here and now to avoid memory loss. Are you worried about experiencing mild forgetfulness? Normal forgetfulness does not always mean you are developing Alzheimer's disease or any other type of dementia. It could instead arise from many causes. It may be due to certain medications or lack of nutrients in your diet or a side effect of a medical condition. For example, depression, thyroid disease, substance abuse, and head injury may contribute to memory problems. Visiting your primary care physician for some professional medical advice may avoid the trouble of a medical emergency. If you find you are unable to remember normal activities such as where you parked the car that day or managing finances, this may suggest something more serious. Likewise, if a family member observes personality changes other than your thinking problems, like confusion around seeing a familiar face and not knowing who that person is, that should not go unnoticed. Of course, anyone with regards or concerns regarding their health can approach a physician and get checked out. Remembering complex routes while driving or past events become easier once practiced regularly. That is why it is important to do something new and different every day. We are very comfortable in our daily life with routines. The best thing you can do to improve memory and overcome forgetfulness is to learn a new skill. Make it a part of your Alzheimer's disease dementia prevention program. Sleep problems can have serious consequences beyond just feeling tired, including an inability to effectively process and store information. For every 1.5 hours not sleeping each night, daytime alertness is reduced by 32%. While caffeine may seem like a tempting solution for those struggling with fatigue during the daytime, caused by insufficient rest at night, it actually only serves as a temporary relief that worsens problems in the long run. Poor nutrition to low stomach acidity or malabsorption issues have been linked directly to diminished memory abilities, particularly from vitamin B12 deficiency, making this even more important for the aging family members than their younger counterparts. Do you often struggle with forgetfulness, difficulty concentrating, having difficulty finding the desired words, or poor judgment? Have you been under a lot of stress recently or engaging in unhealthy habits like excessive alcohol consumption or poor dieting? Do you find yourself losing things? Do you stay socially active or do you feel a need to withdraw from others? If so, it may be wise to investigate why you are having memory problems. Research studies link chronic high stress levels with memory impairment in mice studies. Research also suggests an overgrowth of candida, a type of yeast, is also triggered by poor eating habits, could also explain many causes of short-term memory loss. To avoid any further cognitive impairment, pay attention to the causes, especially those connected with poor judgment of lifestyle choices. Another cause to memory problem is autoimmune disease. An autoimmune disease can cause issues with learning, memory, and cognition. Common ailments that may lead to these problems are Hashimoto's thyroiditis, Graves' disease, Sjögren's syndrome, or lupus. Another condition to memory problems is glucose intolerance. Glucose tolerance is also linked to memory problems. Gluten is found in wheat, barley, and rye as a protein, which some people struggle to digest, leading to potential indigestion, flatulence, and digestive irregularities. Going further, if you eat gluten and have gluten intolerance, it could even act like an opiate for your brain by affecting cognitive functions such as behavior and sensory processing, causing memory lapses. If you are struggling with memory issues, it may be an early warning sign of mild cognitive impairment or other memory disorders. You have the power to take steps in order to sharpen your mind and avoid the trouble coming with memory problems. The National Institutes of Health recommend to start by reducing environmental toxins that can be detrimental for your neurological health and increasing foods rich in antioxidants, omega-3 fatty acids, and I'm talking about apples, coffee, blueberries, blackberries. With a healthy diet plus some savvy lifestyle changes, you are sure to see an improvement in your memory and other thinking skills. To help support your memory and brain health, embrace a balanced diet featuring whole foods such as fruits and vegetables. Get active by exercising regularly. This will boost blood flow to the brain while also giving it a power to help create new memories or link emotions with navigation or other memories and spatial awareness. If you find that your dietary needs are not being sufficiently met, consider taking supplements containing ginkgo biloba, a medicinal herb, is an extract for better absorption of nutrients in cells, and vinpocetine helps improve alertness levels too. If your memory is creating difficulties in everyday life, it may be time to seek help. An inability to remember recent events or find the way home could signal a condition that requires medical attention. And please don't delay. Taking proactive steps now can lead you towards better cognitive health and improved quality of life for a longer period of time. So when to seek help? It's normal to forget things from time to time, like your car keys or the name of someone new. But if you find that it's happening more often, don't worry. While decline in thinking skills is common as we age, memory problems could also stem from treatable conditions. Talk with your healthcare provider so that you can help identify what might be causing them and get you on the right path towards treatment. Aging is something everyone experiences, and with that comes natural memory changes, such as forgetting names or misplacing items. Don't worry, these are considered normal occurrences in life and won't prevent you from leading a fulfilling lifestyle of meaningful social connections, independent living, or employment productivity. So take note of the signs, but don't let them deter your day-to-day pursuits. So let's talk about memory problems and dementia. Memory issues can be incredibly disruptive and concerning, particularly when they start to affect everyday tasks. Early signs of dementia may include difficulty with everyday tasks like completing a recipe or finding objects that have been misplaced in an unusual place. In addition, asking the same questions repeatedly and struggling to find the right words while speaking are also potential indicators. If you notice any changes in your memory, or day-to-day functioning, it's important to speak with your medical professional as soon as possible for diagnosis and treatment options. These may be an early sign of mild cognitive impairment or Alzheimer's dementia. Dementia can be caused by many different diseases, each with its own unique symptoms and pathology. Alzheimer's disease is the most common type of dementia, but other forms such as vascular dementia or Lewy body dementia may also occur in varying degrees. Mixed dementia is a combination of several types at once and has been found to prevent future challenges for many individuals living with these conditions. Symptoms can range from memory loss to changes in behavior or language, depending on which form it takes. So getting an early diagnosis is a key for a care plan to be put in place and delay the progression of the disease. Let's talk about mild cognitive impairment. Mild cognitive impairment is a condition which presents with serious memory problems and other thinking skills. It usually affects aging seniors more than others, yet it isn't as severe as dementia. Individuals can still carry out regular daily activities without difficulty or struggle and can be socially engaging. Unfortunately, mild cognitive impairment may progress into Alzheimer's disease-related dementias. However, those who only experience normal age-related issues typically don't experience worsening symptoms over time. Mild cognitive impairment is not always a progressive disorder. So let's talk about the reversible causes of memory loss. Memory loss can be a frightening symptom of an underlying medical problem. Hey, but the good news is there are many causes that are reversible. Your doctor may suggest screening for conditions such as medications or a minor head injury. Blood tests and a urine test are the first tests to rule out other conditions that may cause memory loss. With proper diagnosis and treatment by your healthcare provider, you might soon see improvements in your recall and abilities. I actually had a good friend, a nurse that I worked with. She was having terrible memory problems and she was having this shakiness, and we thought she was developing Parkinson's. Turns out she had low levels of vitamin B12. So her clarity became so much better and her memory became so much better once she started taking vitamin B12. That's really important. So there are reversible things that occur that will help you overcome your memory problems. Forgetfulness and confusion can be indicative of a number of emotional disorders such as stress, anxiety, and depression. Additionally, chronic alcohol use affects mental abilities, while vitamin B12 deficiencies, which is common in older adults, hinder memory capacity. So if you have low B12, it really can make a difference to be tested for that. Hypothyroidism also can cause forgetfulness too. Brain diseases like tumors or infections often result in symptoms, whereas if you have sleep apnea, left untreated leads to problems with long-term recall that may improve when addressed appropriately. So go get that sleep test done, wear that BiPAP or CPAP, and you will prevent memory problems. All right, let's talk about when you want to see the doctor. If you're feeling uneasy about your memory problems, don't wait. Really, it's time to go make an appointment today. You'll be asked some important questions to pinpoint the cause and degree of impairment. It would also help if an accompanying family member or friend could provide additional observations or any symptoms that they may have noticed. Your physician will inquire as to when the issue started, what medications are taking, including supplements, if you've had any falls or head injuries or illnesses, and general lifestyle habits like alcohol consumption that might contribute to it are all necessary in determining a diagnosis. Smoking also has a negative impact on our brain health. So additionally, it is beneficial for the healthcare providers to help identify tasks that cause memory problems so they can create therapies tailored just for you. Your doctor will evaluate your overall health, and they're going to ask you questions to check how well you remember or think. And depending on their findings, they may send you to do further tests or suggest specialized scans of the brain to look out for any temporary issues that may be causing the memory loss symptoms that are similar to dementia. They may even refer you to a specialist, a neurologist, who is experienced in diagnosing these kinds of mental impairments so that together all your bases are covered. The importance of a diagnosis. Let's talk about the importance of a diagnosis. Diagnosing memory loss can be difficult, but a necessary first step in addressing the potential onset of dementia. People may attempt to hide issues, and those close by may not even realize how much they've adjusted for the impairment. So it's essential that you don't delay when seeking help from medical professionals. Early diagnosis is key. Doing so will enable appropriate treatment and set you up with many beneficial resources as well. Taking proactive steps in preparing for potential future needs is a key to managing your dementia. Your doctor can help support you and guide you through treatments, education, and recommendations on care facilities or at-home care options that are available, as well as connecting with supportive organizations like the Alzheimer's Association, who specialize in providing resources and tools tailored to your individual situation. Additionally, it's important not to forget about financial or legal matters which might arise, so that they can make sure those are taken into account before anything else. I'm Diane Carbo with Caregiver Relief.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss an episode of Caregiver Relief. If you have any thoughts, ideas, or suggestions for future videos, topics you'd like us to cover, or even improvements you'd like to see on the channel, drop them in the comments below.